Before you use another lip balm tonight, what if the real reason your lips stay dry is because everything you've been using is only making it worse? And what if a simple oil used the right way could start repairing them while you sleep? The problem most people ignore: dry lips might seem like a small issue, but over time it becomes constant. That tight feeling, the flaking, the cracks that sting when you eat or even smile. And if you're over 60, you've probably noticed it doesn't go away as easily anymore. Why it gets worse with age? Here's something most people don't realize. Your lips are different from the rest of your skin. They don't have oil glands. That means they can't protect or hydrate themselves the same way. And as you age, that natural moisture barrier becomes even weaker. So what happens? Dry air pulls moisture out. Cold weather makes it worse. Even certain medications can speed it up. The mistake almost everyone makes, so you reach for lip balm again and again and again. It feels better for a moment, but then the dryness comes back. Why? Because most lip products only sit on the surface. They create a temporary layer, but underneath, nothing actually improves. A simpler approach most people overlooked years ago, before all these products existed. People relied on something much simpler. Just one natural oil. No chemicals, no complicated routine. Castor oil. Why castor oil works differently? Castor oil is naturally rich in fatty acids, vitamin E. These help support your skin's barrier and lock moisture in rather than just covering the surface. So instead of temporary relief, it supports actual repair. The right way to use it: here's where most people get it wrong. They use too much, or apply it randomly during the day. But the method matters. Do this instead. Take just 1 to 2 drops, place it on your fingertip, gently dab it across your lips. No rubbing, no over-applying, just a thin, even layer. Why nighttime changes everything? This is the part most people miss. Timing. The best time to apply it is right before bed. Because while you sleep, your body enters repair mode. Blood flow to the skin increases, absorption improves naturally, so instead of constantly fighting dryness during the day, you're letting your body restore itself overnight. What people start noticing by morning? Many people describe softer lips, less tightness, reduced irritation, not dramatic overnight, but noticeable. The key most people miss: this isn't a one-time fix, it's a habit. One night helps, a few nights improve things, but consistency, that's what creates real change. And here's something interesting. Most people stop right when it starts working because they expect instant results. Now here's the surprising part. This same simple oil isn't just for lips. The next issue we're going to talk about is something many people deal with quietly: cracked, painful heels that never seem to fully heal. And the method for that, even simpler than this. Stay with me. If your heels feel rough, cracked, or even painful when you walk, what if the real reason they're not healing is because everything you've tried only works on the surface? And the fix, it's much simpler than most people think. The problem that gets worse over time: cracked heels aren't just about appearance. Over time, they become uncomfortable, sometimes even painful. That dry skin begins to harden, then split. And eventually, every step becomes a reminder something isn't right. And if you're over 60, you've probably noticed it doesn't heal as easily anymore. Why? Nothing seems to work. So what do most people do? They try foot creams, lotions, scrubs, and for a short time it feels better. But then the dryness comes back again and again. The hidden reason here is what most people don't realize. The skin on your heels is much thicker than the rest of your body. Once it becomes deeply dry, surface-level products can't reach far enough, so they only give temporary relief. A different approach that works deeper. This is where castor oil stands out. And surprisingly, its thickness, which many people avoid, is actually what makes it effective. Why castor oil works so well? Castor oil is dense. That means it doesn't just sit lightly on the skin. It forms a protective layer. This layer helps lock moisture inside, prevent further dryness, support gradual hydration over time, so instead of quick relief, you get longer-lasting support. The right way to use it: this part is simple but important. Step by step. Take a small amount of castor oil, apply it directly to your heels, focus on the driest or cracked areas, massage gently into the skin, no rushing. Slow, steady application works best. The step most people skip: this is where the real difference happens. Socks. After applying the oil, put on a pair of clean cotton socks. Why this changes everything? This does two important things. Keeps the oil in place, allows slow, steady absorption overnight instead of rubbing off. The oil stays exactly where it's needed. Why nighttime is key? Just like before, timing matters. At night, your body enters repair mode. Skin becomes more receptive. There's no interruption from walking or friction, so your heels get hours of uninterrupted support. What people start noticing by the next morning? Many people feel softer skin, less tightness after a few days. Roughness begins to reduce with consistency. The skin looks smoother and healthier. What's happening beneath the surface? Here's the deeper benefit most people miss. When your skin stays properly hydrated, it becomes more flexible, and that flexibility helps prevent those deep, painful cracks from forming again. So you're not just fixing the problem, you're reducing the chances of it coming back. And here's something interesting. Most people stop right when they start seeing results, which is exactly why the problem returns. Now we've talked about lips, we've talked about heels. But there's another change that catches people off guard, because it affects how you look almost instantly. Thinning eyebrows. You may have noticed it slowly over time. Areas that once looked full now appear sparse. But what if there was a simple way to support fuller-looking brows naturally? That's what we're going into next. Stay with me. Have you noticed your eyebrows slowly thinning? And no matter what you try, they never come back the same. What if the real issue isn't hair loss, but something happening underneath the surface? The change that happens quietly, eyebrow thinning, doesn't happen overnight. It's slow, subtle, easy to ignore at first. Until one day you look in the mirror and something feels different. The shape isn't as full, the edges look sparse, and it's hard to tell when it started. Why this happens after 50 or 60, there are a few reasons behind this. Years of overplucking, hormonal changes, natural aging, but here's the part most people misunderstand. The hair follicles usually don't disappear, they just become weaker, less active, and less supported. The mistake most people make when this happens, most people turn to eyebrow pencils, serums, quick cosmetic fixes, and while they help temporarily, they don't address what's happening underneath. A more natural approach, this is where castor oil comes in again, but used differently this time, not as a coating, but as a support for the follicles themselves. Why castor oil helps? Castor oil contains essential fatty acids, vitamin E, natural compounds that support the skin. These help create a better environment for your hair follicles to function, not instantly but gradually. The right way to apply it, this step is simple but precision matters. How to use it? Take a very small amount. Less is better. Use a cotton swab, fingertip, or clean mascara brush. Gently apply along your eyebrows. Focus on thinner areas, then lightly massage it in. Why the massage matters? This step is often overlooked, but it makes a difference. Massage helps stimulate blood flow, deliver nutrients to the follicles, support the surrounding skin. Better circulation equals better support. Why nighttime works best? Just like before, timing is key. Apply it before bed. Leave it overnight. While you sleep, your body shifts into repair mode. Absorption improves, the area remains undisturbed. What people start noticing this isn't instant, and that's important to understand. But over time, many people notice healthier feeling brows, less dryness in the area, slightly fuller appearance. It starts small, then gradually builds. And here's where most people go wrong. They stop too early, right before changes begin to show. A different perspective, this isn't about forcing growth. It's about supporting what's already there, giving your body the right conditions to do what it naturally can. Now, here's something that surprises almost everyone. There's another traditional method involving castor oil, but this one doesn't go on your skin or your hair. It goes somewhere unexpected, your belly button. It might sound unusual, but this method has been used for generations, and many people believe it supports the body from the inside out. So the question is, can something this simple really make a difference? Let's look at that next. This might sound unusual, but what if something as simple as one drop of oil in your belly button could become part of a calming routine that supports your body over time? Before you dismiss it, let's break it down. Why this sounds strange but isn't new. Most modern routines completely ignore one area of the body, the navel, but in many traditional practices, this area has been considered important for generations. Not because it's magical, but because of what's underneath. What most people don't realize, your belly button isn't just a surface feature. Beneath it is a network of nerve endings and connections within the body. And while modern science doesn't treat it as a primary method, many traditional systems believe this area can be gently stimulated to support overall balance. The misunderstanding now, let's be clear, this is not a quick fix, and it's not meant to replace anything important. It's a supportive habit, not a solution on its own. Where castor oil fits in, castor oil is often used in these routines because of its natural composition. It contains fatty acids, compounds associated with soothing the skin, elements that help maintain moisture and comfort, so when applied gently, it supports the area without being harsh. The simple method, this is one of the easiest routines in this entire video. Step by step. Lie down comfortably, place 1 to 2 small drops of castor oil into your belly button, gently massage around the area, use slow circular movements for about 1 to 2 minutes. That's it. Why nighttime works best, just like the other methods. Timing matters. At night, your body is more relaxed. There's no interruption or movement. The routine becomes part of your wind down instead of rushing. It becomes calming. What people often notice, here's the important part. This isn't something you feel instantly, and that's where many people get confused. But over time, Some people describe a sense of relaxation, a more balanced feeling, simply enjoying the routine itself. And here's the interesting part. Even people who don't notice immediate changes often keep doing it. Not because they have to, but because it becomes part of a calming habit. The bigger idea sometimes, it's not about doing something powerful. It's about doing something consistently and gently. Small habits, repeated daily, can shape how your body feels over time. Now, let's move to something you see every single day. Your reflection, puffy eyes, dark circles, that tired look that doesn't match how you feel. As the skin around your eyes becomes thinner with age, these changes become more noticeable. But what if just a tiny amount of this same oil could help your eyes look more refreshed? That's what we're going into next. Stay with me. Have you ever woken up after a full night's sleep, looked in the mirror and still felt like your eyes looked tired, puffy, darker, almost like you didn't rest at all? What if the issue isn't your sleep, but what's happening under the surface? The frustration most people feel this is more common than people think. Especially after 50 or 60, you do everything right. You sleep well, you stay hydrated, you take care of yourself, and yet, your eyes tell a different story. Why this happens with age, here's what most people don't realize. The skin under your eyes is one of the thinnest on your body. Over time, it loses collagen, becomes more delicate, holds onto fluid more easily. That leads to puffiness at the same time. Slower circulation, reduced hydration, can make the area appear darker. The mistake most people make so naturally, people turn to eye creams. But here's the problem. Many of them sit on the surface, or contain ingredients too strong for this delicate area, which can sometimes make things worse. A gentler approach. This is where castor oil comes in again, but this time as a light, targeted application. Why castor oil helps? Because of its natural composition. It supports the skin in two key ways. Deep moisture helps hydrate the under-eye area, gives making fine lines appear softer. Soothing effect supports calmer-looking skin gives, which may reduce the appearance of puffiness over time. The right way to apply it, this step is important because this area is sensitive. How to use it? Take a tiny amount, very small. Use your fingertip or a cotton swab, gently tap it under your eyes. Start from the inner corner and move outward. Important. Do not rub. Do not apply too much. A light tapping motion is enough. Why tapping works better? That gentle motion helps spread the oil evenly, support light circulation. Avoid stressing delicate skin. Why nighttime is best? Once again, timing matters. At night, no sunlight or makeup interference, skin can absorb slowly. Your body enters repair mode, so the oil works quietly in the background. What people start noticing by morning, many people feel softer skin, less dryness over time. Some notice a more refreshed appearance, reduced puffiness look, pattern interrupt retention, boost. And here's where people go wrong. They use too much, or expect overnight results, then stop too early. The real key, this isn't about instant transformation, it's about consistency. Small amounts, applied gently, repeated over time. Now, we've talked about lips, heels, eyebrows, and under-eye care. But there's one more issue many people deal with daily and rarely talk about. That tightness in the lower back, the stiffness after sitting, the dull ache that shows up out of nowhere. What if a simple nighttime habit could help ease that tension naturally? Let's go into that next. That dull, nagging pain in your lower back? What if it's not something you have to just live with? And a simple 2-minute routine before bed could help your body finally relax. The reality, most people face lower back discomfort doesn't always come from one big injury. Most of the time, it builds slowly. Years of sitting, small posture, habits, daily strain, and over time, it stays. You wake up stiff. You sit, it worsens. Even small movements feel tight. Why? Quick fixes don't last, so people turn to pain creams, quick solutions, and they help for a moment. But here's the problem. They numb the feeling, but don't support the muscles underneath. A different approach sometimes. Your body doesn't need numbing. It needs relaxation, circulation, consistent support, where castor oil helps. Castor oil is known for naturally soothing properties, supporting circulation when combined with massage, but the real benefit comes from how you use it. The 2-minute method, step by step. Take a small amount of castor oil, apply it to your lower back, use slow circular motions, massage gently for 2 to 3 minutes. What happens during this? As you massage, your hands create warmth, muscles begin to relax, blood flow improves, that tight, stiff feeling starts to ease. The upgrade, most people miss this step, makes a big difference. Place a warm towel over the area afterward. Why it works? Helps the oil absorb better, increases relaxation, enhances circulation. Why nighttime is best, just like the other methods. Nighttime matters. Your body is at rest, muscles stay relaxed, no interruption from movement. So recovery can actually happen. What people start noticing after a few nights? Less stiffness in the morning, easier movement, a more relaxed lower back. And here's the truth. Most people try something once, Don't feel instant results and stop right before it starts working. The bigger lesson: what you've seen in this video isn't complicated. It's simple, but done the right way and consistently, it can make a real difference. Today, you learned a better way to repair dry lips overnight, how to soften cracked heels naturally, a simple method for fuller-looking eyebrows, a gentle routine for under-eye care, a traditional approach using the navel, and a 2-minute habit to ease lower back tension. Health doesn't always come from complex routines. Sometimes it comes from small habits, done consistently and done the right way. If you found this helpful, like this video, subscribe for more simple health routines after 50, and let me know in the comments, which method are you going to try first?